Hey guys, thanks so much for watching STL TV Live. We've been here chatting it up with Alex Detrich about the Delmar Divide. And you know, there's so much division, but we have some solutions. What's happening on Sunday?
Well, on Sunday, it's the culmination of an effort that we've partaken with the Pulitzer Foundation for the Arts and the Anti-Defamation League. And with that day, we're using the Sloup St. Louis model of a suggested donation of $10 per person. And with that $10, you'll have a meal provided and also be able to cast an important vote. So you'll be voting for the community member that has the best solution. And that community member, decided by the straight Democratic vote, receives all of the funding for the day.
Wow.
Which could be about $1,000.
Wow, good. Now, how long has, I guess, people been working on solutions and been able to submit their solution?
This cycle, we had about 2 months for people to submit, and the 6 solutions that rose to the top will be presented on Sunday.
Right. Can you tell us a little bit about each of the solutions?
Well, people approach racial divisions in very different ways. So some of them are arts-based solutions, believing that arts bring the community together, and others are more structural, looking at access to resources and other healthy food options, for example.
Right. Now, you live in the area. Do you have a particular viewpoint, one way or the other, about the division in Delmar?
Oh.
Or can you say?
Well, what I see from my West End Neighborhood Association is a really diligent residents who are working against very structural situations, very structural barriers that have been in place for some time. So it's an uphill battle, but I see very committed residents, and I'm proud to be part of the West End.
Right. Now, what happens next when the winner is chosen, they've received the funding? What happens after that?
Well, with our organizations, with the 3 that I mentioned, the Missouri History Museum, ADL, and the Pulitzer Foundation for the Arts, we've tried to support each winner in the ways that we can, so provide access to our resources, our networks, to promote them with our partners, and also provide them a platform at appropriate events where they can share more about the work that they're doing.
Right. Now, in these meetings, people from all parts of this community, do they come, or is it just kind of a certain group that comes from a certain part? Or
that's a really good question. So we hosted one at the Missouri History Museum, and you have some pictures from that one. But for the final ones, we didn't want to contribute to the divide ourselves. So we had one on the south side of Delmar, and this Sunday's will be on the north side of Delmar. And so we are hoping that people maybe extend beyond their comfort zones and visit a place that they may not have gone, the Sanctuary, which is located near O'Fallon Park.
Right. Now, working with this initiative, have you seen progress in the last 2 years as far as bringing people together?
Definitely in terms of bringing people together. People are willing to have the conversation. In terms of moving some of the larger pieces forward, that will take some invested work. And I would say across collaboration between politicians and business leaders and others who have access to resources.
Well, tell us again the details on what's going on this Sunday and how people can get involved.
Sure. Well, we're open to anyone and everyone who can come. We really want it to be a broad base of people because these are community voices, and you should have a say in what happens in your community. So make sure to come to the Sanctuary at 3 p.m. and it's on Redbud Avenue. We have an Eventbrite set up, so you can check for that. It's a suggested donation of $10, and 100% of that goes to the winner for the day. So none of that goes towards any of the refreshments or anything else you'll see.
Is that on top of the funding that they win, or is that a part of the funding?
Oh, that's a great question. So the funding comes completely from the donations that day.
Great. Great. Well, thank you so much for being here today, and thank you for trying to bring people together. You guys, here's an idea on how to address the economic, racial, and social divides along St. Louis's Delmar Boulevard. Then you can vote for your favorite selection at the Sloup across the Delmar Divide on Sunday, March 2nd at 3 p.m. Then come back Thursday, May 1st to the History Museum to hear from the Grant Award recipient. Sit tight, guys. We got a lot more coming up with STL TV Live after the break.